Top 10 Awakened Insights. Today, we will show you our top 10 videos on conscious relationships, love as a spiritual practice. Starting with number 10.
When we embark on a spiritual path and you read a Gabby Bernstein book or any other spiritual book, what it is it's a can opener. It's an opening for you to begin a journey. But it's not the end. You can change your life through changing your thoughts, and I believe that you can change your life through having a spiritual foundation.
Number 9.
I think first few years we were dating, she was like waking up at 4 a.m. and going to meditate with the monks every morning, right? Like with the community. And she did that like while she was working a job, while she was planning our wedding, while she was working at the hospital, etc., and all the rest of it. And so I feel that you've prioritized your spiritual practices so highly, and I love you for that. And it's made such a difference in our relationship. And for me, it's like, what can I do to let you keep having that? Like, what can I do to keep letting you be that light in our life? Because that's something that you can't buy. Like you can't buy that anywhere. You can't just make that happen anywhere. And I value that more than any other contribution.
Number 8.
Conscious relationship is a committed way of showing up. It's a way of being in the relationship. It's a way of being in a relationship, not just with others or a romantic partner, but with yourself.
Number 7.
There's a reason why even some of the most advanced spiritual practitioners run away from deep intimacy, because conscious relationship is one of the most accelerated, intense spiritual paths available to us. Straight up. There is no faster, more intense, more true way to wake up than in relationship with another human being, where you're showing up in a conscious and intentional way. You know, the reason why I started to meditate in the first place and why I teach it and why it's a big piece of my toolbox is because we gotta train our mind how to be ready for what's gonna arise within conscious relationship dynamics. And by what's gonna arise, I mean all your it's gonna come up. And so if you have tools to train your mind, how you're perceiving the other person, how you're showing up, this is what actually changes and improves the dynamics. You do the work. This is the first step.
Number 6.
Are you asking yourself questions like, what am I observing? What am I feeling? What do I need? How do I consciously communicate this need? It'll give you guidelines. And then you say, can you give me a meditation for conscious communication with in my relationship? And it'll create a meditation.
Can we use AI to find love?
Number 5.
Most people enter relationships hoping the other will make them feel complete. But no person can fill what feels empty within you. That sense of lack, of not being enough, is the ego searching for itself in another. And when the illusion fades, suffering begins. A conscious relationship begins when you no longer seek to be completed. You meet the other as they are, not as a role, not as a means to an end, but as a presence. Love is not something you fall into. It is what you are when you stop trying to find yourself in someone else. True connection does not arise from control or dependency. It comes when each person is rooted in presence, allowing space for growth, for silence, for transformation. In this space, the relationship becomes not a possession, but a path and unfolding awareness moment by moment.
Number 4.
We live in a radical tension between being and becoming. Who we are is perfect, whole, and complete. Who we are is magnificent. It's unflawed. It's untouched by time or human experience. That's our real nature. I call it the super soul self. And then there's all this stuff that happens in the world. I'm always seeking to stay connected. That's first and foremost. So that carries me through the vicissitude of the human experience. Are there? Yes, there are. There are changes of relationships. There's changings of buildings. Do we have enough funds to do X, Y, and Z? There's always a dynamic that's happening. What keeps me true is my own spiritual practice. I have nothing to give but my practice.
Number 3.
So remember, when we want to see love out there, it's a trick. It's done with mirrors. It's going to reflect back everything you believe. Get conscious of what you believe so that you can shift those beliefs, so that you can see externally to yourself that which you desire. Now remember, there's a delay. Doesn't happen immediately. Takes a while.
Number 2,
Anyone who's met her already knows this. Literally, like every one of my friends I introduce her to, they fall in love with her and become best friends with her, and then I'm third wheeling all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like it's the best feeling in the world that everyone I introduce her to, or everyone she meets, she just has this pure, genuine light. And all I'm like in life is like, don't screw that up. Like don't mess that up. Like let her be that light. Like just let her be what she is. And you know, how her parents have raised her, like how her grandmother's had an impact on her, like everything she has, like her spiritual teacher, her spirituality, everything that she has, like it's so pure and genuine and full of love. Like I always tell her she's like the best person I've met.
number 1,
Are you asking yourself questions like, what am I observing? What am I feeling? What do I need? How do I consciously communicate this need? It'll give you guidelines. And then you say, can you give me a meditation for conscious communication with in my relationship? And it'll create a meditation.
Can we use AI to find love?
If you enjoy it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it with your people, and don't forget to subscribe for more.